Hello, this video is about scaling your images so that they will work better on your web pages. Many times when we take images using our digital cameras, they are much too large to upload to websites quickly and so that people can see our websites quickly. It makes the web pages very, very slow to load. You probably had this happen with other people's websites who don't know how to do this. So we're going to use Gimp and take images that you have taken or that I've taken for your practice and upload those images and change the size of the images. So the first thing you do is open Gimp, which I have open here already. You go to the File menu, click on Open to open one of the pictures, and I'm going to go to the desktop and go to my images and just pick the first image and click Open. I want you to notice that even though the image comes in and you can see it in its entirety in the window, at the bottom you see here that we're only looking at the image at 25% of its size. If I actually go to 100%, which would be the actual size, then you notice that the image becomes very large and you have to move around the window to actually see all of the image. So now I'm going to go back to 25% so I can see all of the image in the screen. At the very top here in the menu bar where the name of the image is, you see that it is 2,844 pixels by 2,512 pixels, and that's extremely large. So we want our images to be 500 pixels on the longest side. So what you'll do is take the longest side, which will be the 2,844, change it to 500, and the other one will change by itself. The next thing that we do is go to Image in the menu, click on Scale Image, and you'll see a floating window that comes up. In the floating window, you see the image size in pixels. Make sure this is px and not any of the others. When I click on here, I could look at it in inches, and you see that it is 9 inches by 8 inches, but I want to see it in pixels. You also make sure that the link between the numbers is solid. So if I click that link and separate them, it means that I can change the width and the height does not change. I want to make sure that those are linked so that when I change one, the other one changes to keep the proportion of the image. In the second set of numbers, I also want that chain link to be linked. This means that this image resolution is 314 pixels per inch. So that means that's how many dots per inch there are. We want this to be 72 pixels per inch or dots per inch. So we're going to also change one of those numbers, and then because of this chain link, the other number will change automatically. So let's do first things first. Here's the width, and the width is the larger number. So we take the larger number and change that to 500. Notice that the height does not change until I just click in the box. When I click in the box, it becomes 500 by 442 pixels. Then I click in the bottom box and I change that number to 72. Make sure you keep your decimal point if you keep those zeros. And then click in the Y resolution box so that it also becomes 72. Then when I click the scale button, it will change this image to 72 dots per inch or pixels per inch, DPI or PPI, and it will change it to 500 pixels wide and 442 pixels high, which means it's no bigger than 500 on any side. Now you see that the image looks very small, but I'm still looking at it at 25%. So if I change this to 100%, you can see the actual size of the image. We could also go to View and click to say Fit Image in Window, and it would fit it exactly in the window regardless of the dots per inch PPI or the 500. And now I'm looking at it when it fills the screen. Notice it's at 154%. So now you see how to scale your images. The next step is to actually save that scaled image. So I'm going to go to File, click on Save, and it gives me the image with XCF after the name. It came in as a JPEG, but now I'm going to go to my desktop and just save it as XCF. This is the image format that Gimp uses, and it's also the format that you will upload your images to the Dropbox. So now it is saved, and I can then quit Gimp.